Meeting a quality partner is actually way easier than you think. However, it does involve some work if you want that person to be quality. Why is this? It is because a quality person, think about it from their end. If they have all these amazing abilities in themselves, they're physically in health, they're emotionally in health, they have a good job, they take care of themselves, they have all this stuff going on, why in God's name would they choose you? And so what you have to do is make yourself a choosable person. And the way that you make yourself a choosable person is by increasing your quality too. And so if you want more quality people to hang out with, to go out with, to like you, to want to be with you, then you yourself have to be quality. It's not like a homeless person is going up to a very wealthy person and saying, hey, can I be around you? Can I just be your friend? That doesn't happen because they're not on the same paradigm. This homeless person, no offense to what he has, he's probably gone through his own life, but he is not on the level of that other person. And when they interact with each other, there's always going to be this loss of value because I don't really gain much from talking to you. You gain a whole bunch of talking to me, being with me. And so how do we increase the quality of ourselves? Well, let's break it down into who we are as a human being. We are the physical, so we have the physical side of ourselves, and then we have the emotional side. And so now we actually have something to work with. We can make our physical more healthy, more attractive, and our emotional more healthy, more attractive. And to give this to the extreme, imagine someone on the emotional side who was a complete unhealthy mess. Every time they met someone, they just raged and screamed and insulted that person and never fucking did anything positive or nice. And also imagine that they were extremely unhealthy, unhygienic, didn't take care of themselves. That person is not someone that any person would want to hang around, right? And so we can actually reduce this even further. And I have two models for both of these. On the physical, we have the 4 pillars of attraction. 4 pillars of attraction, and 3 of those pillars are purely physical. And the last pillar is the emotional side. Okay, so the 4 pillars of attraction are your face, your physique, the way that you dress, and then your vibe, who you are, your personality. And so we can actually say the vibe, but we can say personality. Just who you are as a human being, okay? And this goes into like this. So 20% of your attraction will be the physical, 80% will be the emotional. However, this physical attraction has to be above a certain number. It has to be at least greater or equal to 10. At least greater or equal to 10%, because if you're not even meeting the physical standard for somebody else or for people, well, they don't even get to emotionally get to know you because you're so unattractive physically that they don't even want to go up and open up that space, especially if that person's quality, they're attractive themselves, they're in shape themselves, they eat well, take care of their diet, take care of their health, work out, do all this extra stuff to make sure that they look good. Well, you don't get to expect the same result, and it's not saying lose confidence, always be positive in who you are, but if you're morbidly out there, right? So let's get a bit further so I can give you some more context. Something like your physique, since that's what we're kind of talking about, but it can go into all the other categories. If you're, let's say you can get up to here, and for a guy and girl, this is going to be different. For a guy, you're going to want to be around 180 pounds, that's in ratio with your height, and then your body fat you want around 9 to 12%. And this would be absolutely ideal. This would take, some guys years to get into, but it's a very good standard kind of goal around that area to get into. And of course the numbers deviate, but on a standard deviation a little bit. And so this is the general area in what you want to aim for. For girls, the body fat would be a bit higher, maybe 15 to whatever percent, 18%, I'm not quite sure exactly. And the body weight, you would want to be a bit lower, so maybe 140, around there, depending on their height. And so basically what you get is, with these numbers, is to achieve, and the only way to achieve these types of body fat and weight is by eating healthy, and working out, going to the gym or some type of exercise, and eating healthy. Those are the only way to achieve those two things. And when you think about it, if these are the most attractive things and the only way to get it is by eating healthy, a thing that we get by looking at all this stuff is that your health is equal to your attraction. And so I will make you more attractive, but I'm really making you more healthy. The attractive part of the word is really to draw people in. I will make you more attractive, get more attractive, be more attractive. But it's really about being more healthy. And so this is where your physique comes from. And your physique consists of two things. Again, your exercise and your diet. So I would actually even say your labor in your diet. So how you move your body and what you eat. Again, we reduce this even further. Your diet is 80%, your labor is 20% of the result. Even further you reduce it, your diet. You want to eat things like meats, nuts, bananas, fruits, cavemen food. And labor is just fucking moving your body in the full, working out. And if you want a bodybuilder plan, there's other shit for that. I'm more about, other stuff. But you would work out and you would have the diet. And those two things would build your physique. Also, your diet and labor affect your face too. Your face is going to be determined on your weight and your body fat. But your face also has some other stuff that it needs to be taken care of. And so you can have a face like this, blah, blah, blah. And so you want things like your skin to be nice. You want your things like your hair to be nice. Your eyes, your jaw. And if you go and you reduce these even further, these come from health. A jaw comes from proper breathing. A good, well-developed jaw with good forward growth, a face with good forward growth and good development, comes from sleeping properly, breathing properly, and chewing properly. And if you're not doing those three things throughout your life growing up, well, then you have a insufficient or a more unhealthy physiology about yourself. Your breathing is not the best it could. Because if you're breathing properly, you would only be doing it through your nose, which is filtering all the air, and you wouldn't have a hard time sleeping, because if you're sleeping with your mouth open, you get sleep apnea. Not only that, but your jaw begins to hang down. And what happens is that you get this recessed face of something like this. And this is signified, and this signifies lack of health, because when you're going to chew, nom, 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 you're not creating a very strong lever. When your jaw is forwardly grown and you have this shape like this, and it's not like this, you chew your food harder. You have a better bite force, and so you can chew food better. If it's like this, nom, 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 you don't get as much force. And so the functionality is also attractive. And so health is equal to attraction. But at the end of the day, it's all related to functionality. How well does this help you survive? At the end of the day, humans are survive or death creatures, like everything else. So you're attracted to things that are more functional, more healthy, and we consider those more attractive. And so that's how something like even the jaw, it's like it's all genetics. It's not genetics. It's not genetics at all. Things like your eyes are more genetics, but you can still make them more attractive. The sclera, the white part of your eyes, you need them to be white. If they're yellow or red or off-colored, you'll not be as attractive, because that is a signifier of bad health. Something wrong with the immune system, something wrong with maybe an internal problem that you have. Same thing with your skin. If your skin's oily, if it's pimply, filled with acne, well, what is that showing? It's showing that your diet is bad, you don't clean your face. It's showing that there's some health problems, complications wrong with you there. That goes into your face. And there's other stuff. You can measure the angles, all the nose and stuff. But you can't change those. The things that you can change are with your diet, with working out, and proper breathing techniques, chewing techniques, and making sure that you're doing those things correctly. You could also put things on your hair, castor oil, on your eyebrows, on your eyelashes, to induce more growth. Having strong eyebrows, having thick hair is a sign of vitality, of youth, of strong, good health. And so that was also something you can do. And these are very minute, subconscious things that when a person sees your face, instantly, within like 0.2 seconds, they are determining, okay, that's something. That's like healthy, that's not healthy, that's something I'm attracted to, not attracted to. But again, at the end of the day, it's only 20%. 80% is your emotion. Now, you do need to have some sort of a baseline. So you need to have at least a little bit of a decent face, at least a little bit of a decent physique. So what does that mean? You're not 800 pounds. You're not 400 pounds. Am I saying you can't find love at 400 pounds? No, but it's going to be harder to find a quality person at 400 pounds. Am I saying you can't find love with a pimple, acne-ridden face? No, but it's definitely going to be harder. That's all I'm saying here. And then on the third pillar is your dress. And so this one's really nice because the dress you can fix completely. And so this is the type and quality of clothes you're wearing. It's not super expensive clothes, but it's the quality and how the clothes are looking on you. Are they confident, competent, and authentic? Is it real to you? Shit that you want to wear. Confident, and is it competent? So if you're wearing a clown costume, that may be very confident, but is it socially competent to wear a clown costume all the time? No, right? It may be wearing a suit, but is that authentic to you? It may be wearing really raggedy clothes, but is that competent? Is that confident? If it is, go ahead. But what it really is about showing is that you take care of yourself, you have personality, and you have style. With those three things, it shows that you have an innate confidence because you're standing out a little bit, and then you have a personality that you kind of like to show and maybe be fun in conversations, be fun in your own life because you're showing that on who you are. The main thing about this, though, is not having insane wrinkles in your clothes, super oversized or undersized clothes, and not like a high school fit. You're not dressing like a high schooler, having, the same clothes for high school. You put some type of effort and look and style into the way you dress. You take care of the way that you dress, basically. And this takes trial and error, but having some nice pants, some nice shoes, a nice shirt goes a very long way. A little jewelry, a little cologne, that goes a long way. That's everything that you can do for your physical. And when you think about it, a human can only experience you in 5 ways, through the 5 senses. Through sight, through touch, through smell, through hearing, and taste. These are the 5 senses that a human has. So if your sight, your physical, is good, that's good. Your touch, when you touch them, is it warm and gentle? Are your hands crusty and oily? Maybe you want a lotion. Or do you smell nice? You're hygienic, you shower, cologne, deodorant. Some people still need to know that. Showering, cologne, deodorant, very important. Hearing, is your voice, and this goes more into the personality, but how is your voice? Is it like really appearing? People don't like hearing to you talk? Do you speak like this and it's not are you talking like a normal human being? There's this one guy on Instagram I watched, and he goes up to people and he starts having a conversation with them, and he's like, "Hi, my name's Cameron," and he's confident in the way that he's presenting himself. It's just that his voice is coming off socially weird, socially kind of odd, because he's speaking like this and it's kind of nasally, and it's like, "Hey, how are you?" And if you were just to, if he's being himself, that's perfectly fine, but if he were just to have some social competence in how his voice is coming across, and he were just to take that back one, "Hey, how are you? My name's like this," then the reaction he would get from the people who actually do hear him would be a lot more normal. Sometimes he gets like big reactions or stifled reactions, but it's because of his voice, basically. And taste, I don't know, cover yourself in chocolate or something. And so all those things are covered in these 3 pillars. And then we have the personality. The personality consists of your vibe, and your vibe is your sub-communications, so your body language, your tonality, your eye contact, things like that. And it's also confidence, competence, and authenticity. Okay, confidence is your subcommunications. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. If I'm saying it like this, guys, we have to fight for our army. We have to rise up. There's not going to be taking us. I'm a really good man. I'm a man for the job. There's no person like me. Does it look like I'm confident? The only thing that's wrong with what I'm doing is the subcommunications, my tone, my eye contact, and my body language. Now, I'm going to say the same thing, but with confident subcommunications. This is our army. Today, we will rise. We are going to show the world that we are the one. Okay, my voice, body language, and eye contact are much more confident. Therefore, it's confident. Your confidence isn't anything else but the subcommunications that you have. Now, there's more coming into play of what you say, and so this I would define as knowing who you are, knowing what you like, what you don't like, knowing your boundaries, what's acceptable, not acceptable for you, and then communicating that confidently, communicating that with good subcommunications. That's what confidence is. Communicating your boundaries, knowing who you are with good subcommunications. That's confidence right there. Stating your will, stating what you want with good subcommunications. And the communications aren't powerful and dominating. They're powerful and compassionate. They're powerful and understanding. Competence. This is your social competence. And so you can say something and be really confident, but are you socially calibrated? And so this can be someone talking on stage and then a person in the audience kind of like heckling or talking in or being too involved. It's like you're not the person on stage. You may feel very confident talking in front of the other people, but that's not socially competent. It may feel authentic for you to say those things, but you're not being competent to the situation at hand. This is more of an art form. This is more understanding what is competent, because sometimes it's not competent, but it still works. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it was kind of right? And so this one you have to really build up with experience, knowing what to say, or knowing the situation at hand and knowing what would a person like that say in the situation. And then lastly is authenticity, being true to yourself. And so this is when things you don't like come up, not faking it. When things you do like come up, not suppressing it, going after what you want, saying the things that you want to say and expressing who you are to the world without shame. And if you are to get shame back, that's completely okay. And so authenticity is, again, in your style. It's like putting on your unique kind of clothing, your unique kind of style to it. And then the confidence would come from how you walk, and the competence would come from how it looks. And so, to the social situation, if you're going to a very fancy place and you're putting on your hoodie and this and that, well, it's not super socially competent. Maybe authentic, maybe confident, not competent. And so with these, we have the 4 pillars of attraction and the personality. So if we do good on all 4 of these things, we become a very attractive person. And then you think of who that person is. Well, this person has a nice looking face. They take care of their face, take care of their body, they dress well, and they have a good personality. And your personality is your humor, it's your jokes, it's how you are expressing yourself. And if you're doing it through all these ways, it's going to come off more attractive than not doing it. Imagine, you have 2 out of the 3. You're competent and you're confident, but you're not authentic. So you're just this fake person. You're confident, but you're not authentic. Fake person. You're confident, authentic, but you're not competent. Now it's like you're kind of like, it comes across silly, right? You don't understand social cues. You don't understand what's happening in the situation. Yes, you can be fun and positive and I'm here and this is who I am, but you have no idea what the social vibe is, that it comes off wrong. It comes off incompetent. It comes off stupid for you. And then you could have competence and authenticity, but no confidence, right? And so you could have all 3 of them, 2 of them, 1 of them, But the goal is to have all three, to be at least okay demonstrating and understanding how to demonstrate all three of those. So this is the 4 pillars of attraction. And you can go more deep into it. And so you can understand what is confidence to a further degree, what is it to be authentic to a further degree. And these things will change over time as you change. And you will change because life is always changing. You're always experiencing new things. You're always going through new things in your life. And so pains will make you change. Changes will make you change. And the more you do that, the more you go through them, keeping this stuff in mind, the more that you're going to understand yourself and the world better. Now, if you do need more help with this, I was just checking the time on my phone. If you do need more help with this, either for making yourself more confident, expressive, being able to talk, say the things that you want to do, getting into shape, making yourself look better, nailing those 3 pillars of physical attraction down, then you can book a call with me in the description below, consultation call, or for my one-on-one coaching where I help you personally every single day achieve those goals that you do want to achieve. And then with that, boys and girls, I love you so much. Thank you for watching the video. Bye. Peace out.